Hello everybody, in this episode we are going to talk about the heat that TikTok is facing from countries around the world. Well, the TikTok that you and I know, this is what it is.
Ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Then why are governments coming up with these kind of news?
We start in the US, where the White House has given federal agencies 30 days to take TikTok off all government-issued devices. The Biden administration saying this is to protect people's security. TikTok is owned by the Chinese tech giant ByteDance, and there are concerns that the app can be used for spying or propaganda by the Chinese Communist Party. The EU Commission was the first to introduce a similar ban for thousands of its staff, and then the Canadian government followed on February the 27th.
Well, clearly government doesn't want us, you and me as citizens, to enjoy or watch these cat videos, right? Before coming to these kind of conclusions, let's listen to what Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI's director, Chris Wray, has to say about TikTok.
As I think I testified recently to Congress, and we, the FBI, do have national security concerns about the app. Its parent company is controlled by the Chinese government. And it gives them the potential to leverage the app in ways that I think should concern us.
It is very obvious that he believes, and also the US government believes, that TikTok is a national security threat. And why is that? They are primarily talking about three things. The first one is about data itself. TikTok is being accessed on a daily basis by 100 million plus Americans for more than 90 minutes every single day. Huge amounts of data that Chinese government has access to. Well, TikTok claims that, hey, we are not giving the data to the Chinese government. We are only hosting this data in the US on Oracle Cloud servers. But if we go and check what the Chinese government laws have to say, this is what it is. Very clearly written, according to National Intelligence Law of the People's Republic of China 2017, Article 11, it states that state intelligence work institutions shall collect and handle the acts of foreign institutions, organizations and individuals that are implemented or instructed or funded by other or colluded by domestic and foreign institutions and individuals to endanger the national security and interests of the people. Well, very clearly it is set in stone. The law states that, hey, if a domestic company like ByteDance, if the government goes and asks for foreign individuals' data, they have to give. There is absolutely no other way. Well, what data do they ask? How much data do they ask? What kind of things they do with this data? That is unclear. But they can definitely go and ask the data. Well, if ByteDance says, hey, we are not going to give you the data, this is our customer data, we know what happens in China, right? Can anybody show me where Jack Ma is? Why don't you write in the comments box where you believe Jack Ma is today? It is very obvious, right? Now, what can the Chinese government do with this entire data of 100 million people 90 minutes per day? To understand what Chinese government can do, we need to first look at the algorithm of TikTok itself. Let's not listen to the regulators or the government officials anymore. Let's look at what a content strategist has to say about TikTok.
TikTok is all about the algorithm, so the people who are seeing your videos might differ from your usual audience. This is often a good thing because the algorithm is helping you reach the people who are most likely to engage. On the other hand, Instagram is less well known for its algorithm, but you may already have a following that's going to help boost your Reels performance.
It is obvious that TikTok is more about algorithm. It's an algorithm-driven platform compared to Insta Reels or YouTube Shorts. While the others are social media networks where the message or the video that you are putting out is reaching out to primarily the friends in your network. But in an algorithm-driven TikTok, if the algorithm believes that you will engage with the content, it will show that message to you. It will show the video to you. That's the reason why a lot of small-time content creators are also popular on TikTok. Now, if this kind of algorithm is accessible to the Chinese government, they can of course share the message that they like with all the 100 million plus Americans. Americans know this because in 2016, during the presidential elections race in the US, there was a scandal called as Cambridge Analytica, where a single side of message is being shown and the opinions were biased across the entire population of the US. Now, what happens if the Chinese government can do the same to 100 million plus Americans? That is why they are worried about. And that is the reason why there is a push for the ban of TikTok in the US and potentially in multiple other countries as well. Well, India has already banned TikTok. Now it's almost been 3 years. Now, the other important element in this entire story is also access to the phone. What can an app do? Well, the app knows the location of every individual. It can also potentially know the age. Now, it can also hack into the entire phone itself. These hacks are not something which are new to the Americans. The American governments themselves are being alleged multiple times about, hey, they are spying on their own citizens. All we need to do is just watch Edward Snowden. Now, Americans know this is possible, and hence they also know that Chinese can potentially do it. If not, they are already doing it. Now, that is another strong reason why they want to ban TikTok. Now, if we take a step back, it is becoming pretty obvious that, hey, this could be really a national threat to the entire American society. But why? Why TikTok? Because if you take a look at the broader geopolitical structure of the entire world, US is the #1 established country. And Chinese are now challenging that US position. And they use whatever weapons they have available. It could be a nuclear weapon, or it could be an immigration weapon, or it could be cyber warfare, or it could be TikTok. TikTok could just be a tool which could be used by the Chinese government to challenge, to get into the country. Now, that is dangerous value proposition, and that is the reason why, well, clearly all the federal government employees are asked to take off TikTok from their phones, but a broader ban is also highly possible. Now, what are the next potential steps for TikTok going forward? Number 1, a ban is on the cards. Number 2, TikTok could be bought out by an American company, cutting down all the ties with its Chinese parent, ByteDance. In that scenario, everything is okay. Americans can still watch their favorite cat videos on TikTok. Also, potentially, TikTok could be that parent company which is just licensing out their algorithms to different franchisees around the world. Well, there could be one company which is owning the license to use TikTok's customer base and also their algorithms in the US. Somebody else could be doing the same thing in Germany. So it could just be a licensing agreement, and all the tweaks to the algorithm can be made according to the national interests of that particular country. That is a possibility as well. So we do not know what is going to happen next, but the possibility right now looks like, hey, no more cat videos for the Americans. See you guys. If you like this video, please go ahead, press on that like button and also share it with your friends. Would be very much helpful with the YouTube algorithms. Thank you. Take care. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.